This video is also something out of Chapter 4, Section 3, and I'm going to use it to do a brief discussion of the change of base property, or the change of base formula as it's sometimes called. And so I just jumped over to the PowerPoint slides, and here we go, right here. Okay, so this is the formula as it's given on your slides. It's saying that if you have a problem that says find the logarithm to the base b of some value, and you do not have a way to easily calculate the log to the base b, but you may have an easy way to calculate log to the base a, then how could you convert from a problem that asks for log to the base b to log to the base a? So, for example, our calculators have the two bases given to us as log base 10 and log base e. Occasionally we'll have problems where they want the logarithm done to a different base other than 10 or e. So this formula is how we would determine to change the base from whatever base was given to either 10 or e. So without saying any more, let me open up the slide of the pad. So I just copied down the formula from the slides, and so here's the change of base formula as it's given to us. It says that if you have something logarithm base b, and you would rather have it, your calculator, so far in our case, our calculator works off of base a, then how can I make that conversion? Well, here's the formula. And here's a quick derivation. So I just said, well, what's log to the base b of m? Well, it's equal to y. Remember, the general formula for these logarithms is, y is equal to log to the base b of x. And so I'm just saying this is y. Now, I can rewrite this in exponential form. B to the y equals m. Yep. Then I want to use log base a. So I'm now going to take the log to the base a of both sides of this little equation. Now, don't panic. Taking the logarithm of an equation, both sides of an equation, is just another algebraic activity where I'm doing the same thing to both sides of an equation. It's a different looking kind of activity, but it has the same purpose as many times where we've multiplied through both sides or subtracted something from both sides. So we're trying to perform an arithmetic operation on both sides of an equation. So I'm going to take the logarithm to the base a of both sides. Now, the power rule says that the next step is I can bring this y down in front of here. So this is an application of the power rule. And you say, oh, you're getting somewhere, because what I'm trying to find is this value y, right? Yeah, that was my original problem. So then you're going to simply, the next step is divide both sides by log to the base a of b. Oh, wait, what did I do here? This was the problem. I took log to the base a of both sides, log to the base a of this side, log to the base a of this side. What's base a? It's the base I want to use. And I do this simple algebra, and I get that. There's my change of base formula. Now let's do an easy example here. Okay, let's say that here's the problem. Log to the base 3 of 9 is equal to y, and my calculator has log to the base 10. Okay, I know you already know the answer. Here's 2. Yes, you already know that 3 squared is 9, but let's pretend that this is the problem we didn't know the answer. So how could we do it? Well, we would take 3, 3 to the y, 3 to the y, 3 to the y is equal to 9. That's ultimately what we're going to have, right? 3 to the y is equal to 9. So I rewrote this in exponential form. Log base 10 of both sides. Log base 10 of both sides. Power rule. That should have been a 9 there. Log to the base 10 of 9. I'm sorry. I know some of you just panicked. Where'd you get that 10? So again, let's start over. Log to the base 10 of both sides. Log to the base 10 of this side. Log to the base 10 of this side. Power rule, pull this down. Log to the base 10 of 9. No change over here yet. Now, divide both sides. Okay, now, so what good was that? Well, my calculator can do this. My calculator can do this. It can do log base 10s. It can do a log base 10 calculation. It sure can. So here we go, ready? All right, so log to the base 10 of 9 is the first thing I want. Okay, so I want log base 10 of 9. And it's that value, okay? It's that value being a decimal value that doesn't appear to be terminating or repeating. So I'm just going to write a few places here. All right, so there's that written down on the pad. Now, what is log to the base 10 of 3? I don't know. Log base 10 of 3 is 0.4771212547. Now, so the answer for y is going to be the value that I get when I divide this by that. Okay, you ready? Now, let me just tell you that with logarithms, because of the non-terminating, non-repeating decimal nature of the problems, you're going to be happier if you do this. If you just realize that your happy step is to take log base 10 of 9, which is a number. You've already seen what it is. It's a number, and divide it by log base 10 of 3, which is also a number, and get 2. Well, I'll be darned. We got 2. Now, you say, wait a minute, how can you get 2 when you were using log base 10 to do the calculations? Remember, it was not just, problem was not just log to the base 10 of 9. It was log to the base 10 of 9 divided by log to the base 10 of 3. Oh, and we knew that the answer was 2 anyhow, right? We knew that this was 3. The 2 was 2. 3 squared is 9. We knew the answer was 2. All right, you see with me? So what we've done is we've converted a logarithmic problem with a base 3 to a slightly more complex problem with log base 10. Now, I know that some of you have calculators. Some of you have calculators now where you can specify the log base, right? So this calculator is also one where if I hit this, it's going to, log base 3, this is too easy, isn't it? I mean, this takes all the work out of the change of base formula. So, yeah. So if you have a calculator where it will allow you to adjust your log base from either base 10, these are base 10s, and these are base e's. Normally, the older versions of these calculators, they were limited to just 10 or e. All right, so I hope that helps you understand the change of base formula and how it came to be. I'm just sliding this pad around a little bit so you can see what I did up there. And there's the problem there. Okay, let's shut it down.